I met my boyfriend at a diner and he gave me the $1,000 to start my business. So he became my business partner. And then he married my secretary 7 years later. And I was out, she was younger and prettier than me. Always my whole life, my forte was I just go for it. But now I slow down and go, wait, can I really handle that?
You've been married for quite a bit.
That doesn't mean it's real love.
Really? A few weeks ago, I interviewed 75-year-old Barbara Corcoran, who, for a ton of reasons, has figured life out, but surprisingly is also still trying to navigate it.
Aging sucks. Don't let anybody tell you differently.
You probably know Barbara from Shark Tank. She's made billions of dollars in her life. She has judged thousands of entrepreneurs and business people. Today, with questions unlike any interview that she has done, I'm sharing the extended conversation of Barbara's greatest life lessons and experiences that I guarantee will change the way you think about life.
Hello, my friends, and welcome. Yes, I got this clip here from this awesome channel. It's called Sprout, Sprought. This particular video is titled, A 75-year-old self-made millionaire shares her best life advice. And so, my friends, I thought I would feature this particular video on this segment of Let's Talk Money.
Let's talk money. Let's talk money. Let's talk money. With the older man, he's got the wisdom, honey. Remember whenever you're in doubt, always ask an older man, he'll show you the right route.
Yes, my friends, I want to actually start bringing this segment back because a lot of you have been asking, hey, Mr. Ball, I need to make some money, man. You need to help me. And that's the reason why you should look at buying my content digital creating toolkit. Yes, my friends, it's time for you guys to start looking at making residual income, passive income, so that you can bring in this new year with some extra money in your pocket, my friends. Here's what I would suggest you do. Start looking at creating digital products. Very low investment costs, very high return on your money. All right? And then after that, take that extra money and put it into the crypto market. I'm telling you, crypto and Trump right now, I think, is going to go through the roof. Listen, this is not investment advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. I have to tell you that. Otherwise, I will get slapped with violations, right? I'm telling you, this is what I'm doing. I'm taking every little extra money that I have right now, and I'm throwing it into the crypto market because all the signs are there. Trump is very pro-crypto, and he feels that this is where America shines, and they're all being left behind. Other countries are really kicking it and killing it in the crypto market. He wants to really push crypto. So I anticipate that 2025 will be a boom for the crypto market. So that's my little 2 cents on the issue. But I want to highlight this particular video simply because this woman is a multi-millionaire, multi. She's 75 years old. For those of you that don't know her, so for my British viewers, the equivalent would be Dragon's Den. So she's very popular in the US, but she talks about life and money right here, and I think these are invaluable lessons for you guys. So let's have a listen in. I'm going to put the link to the complete video. I'm not going to play it all. I'm going to play some clips from it so that you guys can go over there and support the channel as well. All right?
How old are you? That's how I start all my videos.
75.
What does it feel like to be 75?
Aging sucks. Don't let anybody tell you differently. However, you put a pair of skis on my feet and I'll beat any guy down the mountain. So that compensates.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you say you feel your age, feel younger, older?
It depends what day you're asking. Some days I feel 100. Most days I feel 50, thereabouts.
This happens when you reach over 50, man. Listen, man, you start to evaluate how your body's going to react because you're going to wake up some mornings and you're going to have pains that you did not go to bed with. Just warning you guys. So I know exactly how she feels.
What have you done in your life to get to be 75 and feel the way you feel?
I've made some important choices, actually. I've had 3 facelifts. A lot of people will do it. I've had it 3 times. It makes me feel younger because I look younger. And what else have I done? I think I surround myself with young people. I have a younger staff. I have a younger family. I have everything younger but my husband. And I want a younger man, by the way. I'm looking at you.
What about your husband?
Oh, he'll be okay.
These are life lessons I'm giving you guys, right? I want you to note a few things. She's wealthy. She's completely confident about herself. She'd have no problem telling you about the enhancements that she's done. And she still flirts, and she still thinks and acts young. In other words, these are the things that make you shine as you get older. Because if you look at the average 75-year-old woman, yeah, leave me alone. I don't know. Don't talk to me. Miserable, fat, out of shape. She's in very good shape, and she is doing it. And that has nothing to do with money, by the way. That has everything to do with mindset. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. Stay young. Yes, associate yourself with other young people. That keeps your brain active and fresh. You'll see the world differently. Hanging out with people at your own age, especially if they're not growing or they're not evolving and they're just stuck in their ways, one sure way to make you feel old and look older.
He's a good egg.
Yeah. A lot of people, when they speak to you, they always talk to you about your successes and everything that you've achieved. But I want to flip that on you to start and ask you, what is a failure that you've experienced that defined your life at the time?
One. I can only pick one because it's been a series of many, many, many. I met my boyfriend at a diner and he gave me the $1,000 to start my business. So he became my business partner. And then he married my secretary 7 years later. And I was out, she was in. She's younger and prettier than me. And it was a really hard hit. I recovered, but it was so easy.
Mm-hmm. What was the lesson that you learned from that if you're looking back on the situation?
That you'll always see it upside looking back and you can't see it at the moment. I mean, if he hadn't met her, I wouldn't have started the Corcoran Group. I wouldn't have had the success I have. So thank God that all happened. I wish somebody was there to tell me at the time.
Yeah. The lesson that I'm learning and what you ladies should learn is that becoming a boss bee does not make you attractive to a man, especially the man that you want. Think about it. This man gave her $1,000 because he loved her. He saw potential in her. But then she became such the man that he lost attraction for her. This is what's happening with a lot of women in today's modern society. They have become such boss bees and so masculine in their traits that men no longer find them attractive. And it also shows you a second thing. Men do not look for the same things that women look for in relationships. The man will marry the secretary who has nothing. She became the boss with more money and more everything. She's now more competitive. She's much more aggressive in her nature. That then turned off the boyfriend. That's why the secretary won over the boss. It happens every time. This lady here broke it down quite nicely.
A woman who is broke and never been to college, but is fine as hell, can cook, has good nurturing skills, good in bed, will always get the better man than the woman who makes hella bread, is hella accomplished, but she is totally out of touch with her womanly side and roles. It's women right now making tons of money, A+ credit, business rolling, while you're gone at work all day. Your man is cheating with a woman who's unemployed and makes him feel like a man. When a woman says, they don't want me independent because I don't got to take his itch. Basically, what she's saying is that if I have my own everything, I can talk to you any kind of way. It means I can have other men. I got my own money, got my own car. That right there should disqualify a woman from being the wifey, the face car. We as women should all be functioning as adults. Money, credit, transportation, housing, that's called being a grown adult.
She freaking called it out. And this is what I immediately identified here.
A lot of people who are around my age, older, younger, are very lost in life, looking for answers. They feel anxious. If someone is starting their working life, how do you recommend that they navigate it? And what's the relationship that we should have with money?
I think you've got to question yourself on something like that. A lot of it's forced on you because of peer pressure, what you see around you. I think you got to really sit down quietly and ask yourself what's important to you. And money is not important to most people. They think it is, but if you really ask yourself, what are the values, or what do you really want to be doing for a living, or what do you really like to do, or who do you want to be when you grow up, you get away from such a narrow definition of, I want to make more money. Easy for me to say because I have it. But believe me, when I didn't have it, because I had 23 jobs before I found real estate, so I was poor for a long time. And let me tell you something. I was as happy then as I was once I had my own business. And I keep reminding myself of that. The money doesn't really make a big difference.
Yeah, because I know already a comment that I've received before interviewing people of similar success to you that they say, well, easy to say she has money, so easy for her to talk about it that way.
Yeah. It is, though. It's like cheating on the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's the dilemma about life. And that's one of the reasons why I don't say to people, money isn't that important. I used to mention it earlier on my channel, and I got the same response. And they're right. The dilemma that you have to solve, what she states, is that it's a hard thing to explain to someone what something feels like if they haven't had it before. I can't tell you what a filet mignon steak tastes like if you've never tasted it before, because it has a unique taste. So it's very difficult to explain that to people. You don't know what it's like because you just don't know what it tastes like, you know? It's a very difficult thing to explain to someone. So the best you can do is say, listen, work hard, try to make money. Make as much money as you can, and I hope that when you reach there that you are happy. That's the best advice I can give you. And I hope you don't lose yourself while making that money. Just think about it for a bit.
And he's a good guy, will always be there. And I'm a good gal and I'll always be there for him. But no, it's you don't have this true love thing exactly right.
Can you define the word love in your opinion?
Staying loyal to your children, your husband, and your family, your friends. When you're thinking poorly of them, just stick it out, shut your mouth, and stay loyal and listen to them. No, I think that's important.
You're painting it with one angle, but I'm assuming there's also good parts to it.
Did I sound that negative, that I didn't even have a good side?
I just want to give you,
That's sound like for marriage after listening to me, right?
I'm still going to go for it. Yeah.
You really are. Think about it. It's for life, you know? But what is the upside? You can take it for granted that you have someone in your corner. You can take it for granted that you have someone who would make a good father and always be there for your kids. And those are the substantial blocks in life that you really want to take for granted without thinking about every day. How's it going? Yeah.
That's great advice. I think people just get so caught up with the whole fantasy of love. Love is an emotion. It's fleeting. It shifts. It morphs into something different as we age. I've been with my wife for 20 years. Going on 21 together. And I can tell you the love I had for her initially in our first year versus the 5th year versus the 8th year versus the 15th year versus the 20th year right now is different. All different feelings and emotions that have evolved over time. But one thing that you have to understand about marriage is that it is simply, you cannot be selfish. You have to be selfless. It's all about serving your partner. And hopefully you have a partner that is reciprocating so that it doesn't feel like a net loss for you. It's like you have to pour some milk into her cup and she has to pour some back into yours so that we both always have a full cup. But if she's constantly taking from you and your cup is empty, that's when marriage or any relationship for that matter will become a burden. But like she said, having that person in your corner when you inevitably fall down, that will pick you up, whether it's mentally, physically, or financially. Having a second person there in your life that is devoted to you, that is loyal to you, that is the essential part of a marriage. And a lot of people don't realize how important that is until it's gone or it's not there. Let's hear what else she has to say.
I have a question here in my journal, and the question is, in your life, when did you feel the most proud about yourself, and what were you doing at that time?
For me, I was most proud of myself when, maybe this sounds trite and goes back to your money question earlier, but when I bought my mother and father a new car. I was 32. They had never had a new car because we had 10 kids. They had the same old jalopy their whole life, and they couldn't believe they got a new car. I felt rich, successful, satisfied, loving. All the good words came to my head, and that was me. I walked around, I'd say, for months, proud as could be because of something like that. So again, giving, you know.
Yeah. What did you prove to yourself at that moment?
At that moment, I proved to myself that I had my priorities straight, that I did something for my parents that they couldn't do for themselves. Trade, I guess, because it was cars, not something that makes such a big difference in life. but it was an extension of love. It was a thank you. It was a love letter.
You see, it wasn't building a real estate empire. It wasn't buying this new thing nothing of that was about her. The greatest joy a human being can actually manifest is helping another human being. That's why I get so much joy out of this. I just want to create more and more and more to serve you guys, to give back. I feel that my purpose is to give back to a society. Now, you might say, oh, that sounds so noble. No, it's a feel. You might say, oh, man, you're so nice. But I get freaking joy out of it. That's the difference. Now, of course, I also get compensated. I'm getting monetary compensation as well, which is, to me, that's just the bonus. That's a cherry on the cake. Of course, it helped. I need it to pay my bills. I got a family to support as well. But the joy I get from giving you guys this, man, you have no idea how good that makes me feel. But the point I'm trying to make is your true joy doesn't come from taking or getting. True joy comes from giving. That's what a lot of you young generation don't understand. That's why so many people go through empty lives, because they keep taking, and more. I want more. We have to stop that mentality, man. I want to suck that husband dry. I want to freaking get as much. I want to get the bag. That's all we hear. I want to get the bag. I need to get the bag. I need. No one talks about what I can contribute back to society. What can I offer this man so that he would see me as a viable wife? It's all about what can I get from him. This is where the problems come in life.
What is one thing that when you were younger, you put a lot of importance on, and as you got older, you realized wasn't that important?
When I was a little kid, I couldn't read or write. And so everybody thought I was stupid, which I wasn't. I knew inside my head I wasn't stupid, but if you label that way, you start to believe it. In hindsight, it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because I think I have spent my entire life proving I'm not stupid. I think I worked this hard, I prepare this hard, I push this hard, because I'm so afraid that somebody's going to think I'm really stupid. I don't think I'm really convinced, But no, that was a tough one. But that was only when I was a kid, and it gave me so many talents to get through life. I got rejection early. I kind of got ready for it early. All I had was an early education.
Yeah.
But tough on a kid. Really tough on a kid. Happy I came through it.
This is such an important lesson right here, because she took adversity and she turned it into her motivation. Her motivation to strive harder to prove to other people that she isn't stupid. Whereas a lot of people would look at that as an excuse to do bad things. Oh, I can't read, I'm going to go sell drugs then. Oh, I can't read, I'm going to go do OnlyFans. Oh, I can't read, I'm going to go sell myself. I'm going to be on the stripper pole. No, she took that as a challenge. I'm going to prove to these people I am not stupid, and I'm going to become a multi-millionaire. There's only two choices. You can make a bad one or a good one, man. That's it.
Have this view that if it's not done whilst I am young, it's not worth doing.
Oh, so good.
And it's like there is actually so much wisdom you'll acquire by the time you're 80 that you can pour out to a generation that will be better than what you know in your 30s.
Yes.
That may be better than what you know in your 20s.
Yes.
So maybe now is not the time to launch the podcast.
Yes.
Maybe now is not the time to launch that thing that causes people to see you. But that brings us to the thing. A lot of people don't like the idea of being hidden. Success is equated to, I am seen. If I am not seen, how will people know I'm successful?
Right.
And if people don't have things to see, the way I dress, the things I have, then what's been the marker of my success? And there's this obsession with being seen and being platformed, which is easier now because of social media. Can you let go of this obsession with being seen enough to allow yourself to be cooked in the hidden place, right? A lot of people don't like that because there's this idolatry of being seen. A lot of people...
Yeah, she's right. One thing I want you guys to take note of in that particular clip is when she said this.
Have this view that if it's not done whilst I am young, it's not worth doing.
If it's not done while I am young, it's not worth doing. And I see this in a lot of the older generation. They think that they're too old to get it done now because they should have done it when they were younger. That is the biggest lie that we tell ourselves. And we tell ourselves this because we don't want to try something and fail at it. So it's an excuse. It's a barrier that we put up in front of ourselves. I want you guys to stop that. I want you guys to start that podcast now. I want you guys to actually create that book. You don't have to be visual. You don't have to be out there like what I'm doing right here. I'm better at this than writing, even though I am writing because I want that challenge. I want to tell my story. I want to create my book. See, I want to have another medium, i.e., ebook, so that I can reach people who love to read. They don't like to listen to podcasts. They love to read. My wife loves to read. She's not a big listener of podcasts. So I make sure that I do it. I don't care how old I am right now. I'm doing it now because the experiences that I have now are the only thing that I have. That's it. The experiences that I had when I was 25, I no longer have those. I have the memories of it, but the experience, I lost it the millisecond that I did it. A lot of things that I did in my past, I don't even remember. Same as you. So my point is, the only thing that matters is the now, right this second. I hope you understand that. All we have is now. Not even that. Now. Right now. Yeah, it will blow your mind if you think about it. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to cut it off here. I hope you learned something from this. Listen, man, today's lesson is about just getting out there and doing your thing. Do it. Do it. Do it. Make the move. Okay? Don't sit around waiting. Enjoy life. Please understand that the majority of that enjoyment is actually being of service to others. That is the big takeaway I want you to take from this today. All right? So, my friends, go and buy my digital toolkit so that you can start doing your thing today. It will help you tremendously. I guarantee you. Of course, book a chat with me if you would like me to mentor you or to help you start anything. I'm here for you. Of course, come on over and join our free membership system. Absolutely free. Interact with other members. We're up to over 400 members right now, and it's growing quite rapidly as we actually take off. Both males and females are up there interacting. Come and share your ideas, your thoughts. It's an amazing place to hang out. And it's just private. It's just us doing our thing. So go there, meet like-minded people from around the world. All right? So my friends, hey, until next time, tomorrow, remember, my friends, whenever in doubt, always, always ask an older man. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.